Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart and incredibly important in today's media landscape: LGBTQ+ representation in Hollywood. But we're not just talking about visibility, we're going beyond representation. We'll explore how far we've come, the challenges that still exist, and what the future holds for LGBTQ+ stories on screen. So grab your popcorn, and let's get started. From stereotypes to depth, a new era of LGBTQ+ representation. Let's rewind for a moment. Think back to the 90s. What comes to mind when you think of LGBTQ+ characters in Hollywood? For many of us, it's films like The Birdcage or The Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. These movies were groundbreaking for their time, but let's be honest, they often relied on stereotypes. The flamboyant gay best friend, the sassy drag queen, the tragic lesbian. These characters were memorable, but they didn't always reflect the full spectrum of LGBTQ+ experiences. Fast forward to 2018, and we get Love, Simon. This was a game changer. For the first time, we had a mainstream teen rom-com centered on a gay character whose story wasn't about tragedy or coming out in a hostile world. It was about love, friendship, and self-discovery, universal themes that resonated with everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation. And then there's Moonlight. This Oscar-winning masterpiece didn't just tell a queer story, it told a human story. It explored themes of identity, masculinity, and love in a way that was raw, authentic, and deeply moving. Moonlight proved that LGBTQ+ stories could be both artful and mainstream. Shows like Pose and Transparent took things even further. They didn't just feature LGBTQ+ characters, they centered entire narratives around them. Pose gave us a vibrant, unapologetic look at ballroom culture in the 80s and 90s, while Transparent explored the complexities of gender identity in a way that was both groundbreaking and deeply personal. These stories marked a shift from token inclusion to authentic representation. They showed us that LGBTQ+ characters could be more than just sidekicks or punchlines, they could be the heroes of their own stories. The rise of LGBTQ+ creators. But here's the thing, authentic representation doesn't just happen. It takes LGBTQ+ creators, writers, directors, actors, to bring these stories to life. And thankfully, we're seeing more and more LGBTQ+ voices taking control of their narratives. Take Ryan Murphy, for example. Through shows like Glee, American Horror Story, and Pose, he's brought LGBTQ+ stories to mainstream audiences in a way that's both entertaining and impactful. Then there's Lena Waithe, who made history as the first black woman to win an Emmy for comedy writing with her work on Master of None. Her show The Chi and her film Queen and Slim continue to push boundaries and challenge stereotypes. And let's not forget Janet Mock, who became the first trans woman of color to write and direct a TV episode with Pose. Her work has been instrumental in bringing trans stories to the forefront and creating opportunities for trans actors and creators. Of course, we can't talk about LGBTQ+ creators without mentioning RuPaul's Drag Race. What started as a niche reality show has become a global phenomenon, shining a spotlight on drag culture and giving queer artists a platform to showcase their talent. It's not just a show, it's a movement. These creators are proof that when LGBTQ+ voices are given the opportunity to tell their own stories, the results are powerful, authentic, and transformative. The struggle for authenticity. But let's not sugarcoat it, the road to authentic representation hasn't been easy. For every Moonlight or Pose, there are still countless examples of tokenism, stereotyping, and erasure. Take the gay best friend trope, for example. You know the one, the sassy, fashion-obsessed sidekick who exists solely to support the straight protagonist. Or the bury your gays trope, where LGBTQ+ characters are killed off for dramatic effect. These tropes might seem harmless, but they perpetuate harmful stereotypes and send a message that LGBTQ+ lives are less valuable. And then there's the issue of casting. For years, cisgender actors have been cast in trans roles, while LGBTQ+ actors struggle to find work. This not only takes opportunities away from trans actors, but also leads to less authentic portrayals of trans experiences. Thankfully, we're starting to see a shift. Shows like Pose and Euphoria are casting trans actors in trans roles, and the results are incredible. But there's still a long way to go. The future of LGBTQ+ representation. So, where do we go from here? How do we ensure that LGBTQ+ representation continues to evolve and improve? First, we need to move beyond visibility. It's not enough to just have LGBTQ+ characters on screen. They need to be fully realized, complex individuals whose stories go beyond their sexual orientation or gender identity. Shows like Heartstopper and The Last of Us are leading the way. They show us that LGBTQ+ characters can exist in any genre, from teen rom-coms to post-apocalyptic dramas. And films like Everything Everywhere All at Once prove that queer stories can be subtle, nuanced, and deeply human. Second, we need more diverse voices. LGBTQ+ representation isn't a monolith. It encompasses a wide range of experiences, from Black trans women to queer Asian immigrants to non-binary individuals. We need stories that reflect this diversity. Finally, we need to support LGBTQ+ creators. Whether it's by watching their films, sharing their work, or advocating for more opportunities, we all have a role to play in shaping the future of LGBTQ+ representation. So, what can you do? Start by supporting LGBTQ+ films and creators. Watch shows like Pose and Heartstopper, stream movies like Moonlight and Everything Everywhere All at Once, and follow LGBTQ+ creators on social media. Amplify LGBTQ+ voices. Share their stories, engage in conversations about representation, and speak out against discrimination. And most importantly, don't stop pushing for progress. The fight for authentic, inclusive representation is far from over, but together, we can make a difference. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite LGBTQ+ film or show, and why? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep supporting LGBTQ+ stories. See you later.